Welcome to your 23-minute journey to a stronger, more flexible you. In today's intermediate Pilates class, you'll need a mini ball, long resistance band, and a wall. We're targeting your back, core, and glutes, ideal for those who sit all day or anyone seeking to improve their posture and strength. So when you're ready, roll out your mat and let's get started. We'll start today's class with our mat right up against the wall and our equipment pretty close by. Turn around, face the wall, and scoot that bum pretty close to the wall. Lie down on your back. And let's put the feet up on the wall in line with our knees, which are about hip distance apart. Let's just check here. Our knees, we want to be about over the hips. We may adjust that as we move. For now, that'll be good. And let's start with a little Pilates breathing. Inhale to reach the arms back by the ears, and exhale, bring the arms down by the sides. 2 more. Just getting ready for class. Get that breath flowing, getting centered and connected to our body. Arms by the sides. Now breathing in, preparing to move. And as you breathe out, tilt your pelvis back towards the mat and roll the spine up, 1 vertebra at a time. You're coming up into a bridge position, resting between your shoulder blades. At the top here, take a moment to press the feet into the wall, feel the glutes and hamstrings engage, and melt your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. And release to your heavy tail. Let's do that again. I like to use my exhale to roll up. It's just what feels good for me, but you can do what feels right for you. Just make sure you're breathing. Rolling down. Taking it pretty slow here for the first few. If you feel like you're sliding back, you may need to put a little towel or something underneath you. If you grip with your hands a little bit, that'll help too. So push those arms and hands down into the mat. Roll up. Beautiful. Now at the top, notice this big stretch through the quads, the hip flexors. Open the arms a little wider maybe and turn the palms up. Feel a stretch across the pecs and roll back down. So if that feels good for you with the arms, then stay there. Or you can just put those arms back down beside you. Push the feet into the wall. Let's roll up again. 2 more like this with the legs parallel. Really nice way to get everything warm and to really start to kick into those muscles that we want to engage in this class, right? That's what this class is all about. Waking up the back body, opening up the front of the body. And just watch you don't come too high onto the neck. Like I said earlier, just between the shoulder blades. And roll back down. Now let's turn the feet out, feet and knees. So you're making a little diamond shape with the knees. The heels are touching. Okay, so if you've been on the reformer, this is like your footwork. Okay, toes apart, heels together. And let's do the same thing, roll up. Feel the abdominals engaged to initiate that roll up. Now squeeze those heels together, push the feet into the wall, feel the glutes a little more. Roll down. If you know that a roll isn't great for your spine, you could always just go to a straight up lift. Okay, just a neutral up and down. So make this class your own. Roll up. If you've been doing Pilates with me for a while, then you know there are lots of ways to modify. There's no one right way to do an exercise. Everybody's different. So it's about learning the exercises, learning your body, learning to listen to your body. And that's when you really find the magic in Pilates. 2 more. Exhale, roll it up. Squeeze those heels, feel those glutes, and roll down. I think this is our last one. I lost count. And bring those feet now, or those knees rather, inward. Your toes can just face up. Your legs are turned in at the hip socket. Knees together, roll up, and notice you won't have as much range of motion. That's okay. Just try to keep those knees together. And if they absolutely won't stay together, place a little mini ball between the inner thighs. Squeeze and keep that internal rotation. Roll it up. That feels really good. And this also would feel good for anyone who has tension in the lower back, just to keep some space between those knees. 3 more. Just notice the ribs can kind of settle down here at the top. And 2. So if you're a rib popper in this exercise, this is actually a nice way to do it. Really great for anyone with a prolapse as well, getting this sort of inversion. 1 more. Finding balance in those hips as we rotate them in different directions. Awesome. Okay, take a second, bring the arms wide, feet about mat distance. Let the knees come to one side. Bring the head in the opposite direction, little windshield wiper. Another way. Come back through center. We're gonna move a little further away from the wall here. Okay, and we're just gonna put those feet on the wall again, in line with the knees, which will be a little lower. So your legs are almost straight. And as we move, again, you may need to adjust. You have to just feel this in your body, and eventually you'll know exactly where you wanna be. So for now, we're gonna keep the hands by our sides. We're gonna grab our thighs in a moment for some assistance. Let's lift the chest, so just your shoulder blades are off the mat. And then I want you to breathe out, zip up through the abs, grab onto the thighs, push into the wall to help you up, and lengthen up through your spine. Now, scoop the belly, round through that lower back, and lower all the way down. And again, halfway up, grab onto those thighs, use the wall and your abs to help you up, and lift, roll down, and come all the way to the mat. So if you're someone who finds the roll up really challenging, pushing those feet into the wall is gonna make this so much more accessible for you, and your abs will actually be working harder. I'm gonna add my arms to this. You can always use those hands behind the legs if it's better for you. Let's reach the arms forward, inhale halfway up. Push into the wall, exhale the whole way up. Stay rounded, inhale, scoop and roll back, and exhale the rest of the way. 2 more, inhale halfway up, push into the wall, exhale. Inhale, keep leading with that lower back, pulling the abs in. 1 more time. Using the breath strategically here, so make sure you're doing the breath kind of how I'm cueing, right? So inhale, exhale, push, and roll up. Inhale, halfway down, and exhale, reach those arms. Lovely. Arms come by the sides, and we're pushing those feet into the wall. I just have to adjust a little so I can reach the wall. Push the feet, lift up to your hundreds position. So the abs are nice and contracted, like you're wrapping some shrink wrap around your waist, drawing those hip bones in. Okay, we're gonna pulse the arms. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. If this doesn't feel good on your neck, place the ball behind your neck. Think of still drawing the abs up. Let the ball support your head though, okay? Lots of different things we can do here. We're getting that blood flowing with those arm pulses. Push into the wall. Feel how that really helps take it out of the hip flexors. Inhale and exhale. So this class is kind of an exploration, right? We're having some fun, we're flowing, but we're exploring what can happen in the body when we use different forces and change exercises up just a little bit. And make sure here that you're not fully imprinted into the ground. You've got those feet connected so you can stay pretty neutral. You got a little grape or blueberry sized space underneath your lower back. Let's do 1 more round. Inhale and exhale. Hold, lower all the way down. Lovely. Okay, let's back up. Give yourself a little bit of space, and I'm actually going to adjust my mat. Moving on to the 1 leg circle, we'll use our band today. So grab your band, find the center of it, get it nice and flat, wrap it around the left foot, and get a little bit of that pinky toe in there. Gather the band up, equal length in each hand, and let's roll down onto your back. Bring that leg up to the ceiling. So the goal of this exercise is to get some movement in the hip socket and keep the pelvis really still and stable. All right, so let's play with that, see how it feels. Plant those elbows down, and let's start by bringing the leg inward towards the other leg, down a little, out, and back up. So pretty small circle to start, and up. My opposite leg, as you can see, is nice and long, and I'm pushing it into the mat, but you could always bend and put your foot on the mat, okay, if that helps your pelvis stay still. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. We'll do about 4 more in this direction. 4. So how does that feel for you? Do you need to make it smaller to stay really still in your pelvis, or can you go bigger? All right, let's lift that leg up. Reverse, inhale the first half, exhale, accent on that pull up. And circle. Now notice your glute and hamstring working a little bit to press into the band. The band is giving you lots of support here, giving your hip flexor a little support and helping engage through the back of the leg. 3 more, 3. Loose grip on that band, no death grip. 1. Did I catch you? Probably. Now open the hands wide, get the band nice and flat. Let's switch feet and get set up on the other side. Even the hips. Stability through the pelvis. Choke up enough on your band that when you press, your hamstring and glute feel a little bit of work. Let's go inward, making the circle a little small to start, testing the waters on this side. Increasing the size as it feels right for you. Inhale the first half, exhale the second half. 3, push that stabilizing leg into the mat. 2, 1, feels so good. I love this exercise. Let's reverse it. 8, 7. Notice how the band really helps to stabilize your hip joint. It helps you to feel like you can get the leg nice and long. 3 more. And 2, it's hard to count and talk and move at the same time. Last one. And up to the top. All right, now choke up on the band, open it nice and wide. Put both feet in and bring the feet back to toes apart, heels together. That position we had on the wall for our roll-ups. And bring your elbows out into the mat a little wider. Bring the hands a little bit wider. Okay, keep them nice and steady though. Keep those wrists straight and strong. Pressing up through the legs to where the ceiling meets the wall. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, bend, squeeze the heels together. Exhale, press. Lower abdominals, I want you to feel wrapping in. Ribs, if they're popping up off the ground, see if you can settle them down. So this is an exercise that if you are someone who has really grippy hip flexors, maybe this isn't accessible to you, but maybe with the band and the work that we did with the feet on the wall, maybe now it feels a little better. Just play with it. If you wanted to, you could lift up through those shoulder blades, gazing between the legs. 2 more. 1 more. And now from here, we're pressing. If your head isn't already up, bring it up. You could always place the ball underneath for support. Okay, now lift the elbows up too. And we're just gonna stretch the arms and legs away from one another a little bit and bring it back up. So you might not get the arms totally straight, or maybe you will. If you need to release some tension on the band to do that, go for it. Reach. Reach. This is a long lever through the legs, so it's really hard. So you may not lower the legs as much. Maybe you just keep them still and you only reach the legs, or the arms, rather. 2 more. Again, this is an exploration, this class. So play with it, have some fun with it. Come on down. How did that feel? Did your hip flexors start to take over, or did you feel like you could manage that and really feel your abs working? Let me know in the comments. All right, we're gonna place the equipment off to the side, grab behind one leg, use it to help you roll up, cross those ankles, and come over onto your tummy. Let's lower all the way down. And bring those legs a little wider than the hips, about mat distance apart. Turn the legs out, bend the knees, flex the feet, and bring the heels to touch. We'll be squeezing the heels together. Gently push the pubic bone down into the mat, feel the glutes. Okay, that's our first part of this exercise. If that feels good for you, then you could also lift the knees and just feel those glutes a little more. All right, so let's place our head down. And we're gonna do that again. I'm gonna keep my head slightly lifted, just so that you can hear me better with my microphone, but I want you to totally relax your upper body. Squeeze the heels together. Pubic bone gently anchors into the mat. Maybe you lift the knees, maybe you don't. Depends how your low back feels. And squeeze. Feel the glutes. Adding the breath. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale, lower, and release the squeeze. Such a great exercise, especially for people who sit all day long, which is most of us, right? 4 more. And 3. 2. 1. Release that. Reach the legs out and bring them back so that they're hip distance and parallel. From here, hands underneath the forehead. We'll lift the upper body. Hands and elbows come along for the ride and lower down. It's a low, long lift. Okay, so you're not lifting up super high. Your gaze is still at the mat. Feeling like you're creating this really long line from toes to head. Engaging through the back muscles. Lift the elbows a little bit to feel between those shoulder blades a bit more. Let's do 4 more. Legs are active. Abdominals are lifting off the mat each time the spine lifts. 3. Are you breathing? I like to inhale to lift. On this one, try that, see how it feels. Last one, let's hold it at the top here. Reach the arms out in front of you. Circle the arms behind you, lift the chest, and then bend your elbows. Reach forward and lower down. Think of swimming here. This is called the breaststroke. So we'll circle the arms around, lift the chest, really press up and in through those arms, and dive forward. Belly lifts. Circle and reach. 3 more. Inhale up Exhale, dive into the water. 2 more. Such a nice exercise. 1 more. Reach it forward, lower everything down. And let's press right up to 4 points. Tabletop, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, cat stretch, round the spine. Feel those abdominals drawing up. And inhale, lengthen back out. Let's find that articulation, round through the spine from the tail, 1 vertebra at a time, all the way through to the head. And then unravel, same way, tail to head. 1 more like that, round. And all the way out. All right, lovely job. Now let's reach the left leg back and the right hand forward. From here, we'll lift up, square everything off, and tap the mat, and lift. So I want you to feel like you're really engaging through the back of the shoulder and the glute, hamstring. Zipping up, wrapping through your abdominals. Two more. And 1, hold it here. Now float the arm and the leg out wide in opposite directions. Bring them back to center. And just 1 more. Just feel how that works. A little extra work through the core and bring everything down to the mat. And switch sides. Slide, square off. Ooh, little cramp in my foot. All right, lift it up. Tap, lift. Tap. Now as you lift, we don't want to collapse, right? We want to keep that lift through the core and the armpit. 6, 5, amazing job. I'm right here with you. 4, 3, 2, and hold it at the top. Get really strong and long. Lift out of the shoulder and the hip, open out to the side. Bring it in, out, and in. Lower down. 1 more cat stretch. Round through the spine. And release. All right, coming onto your side. Now let's place that elbow underneath the shoulder. So you're on your forearm. If your mat is a little bit flat or a little bit thin, you can fold it in half. Okay, we're gonna take that mini ball and just place it underneath the ribs. This is just a little reminder not to sink, okay, to stay lifted. So from here, we're gonna go into a little leg lift series. Reach the leg out and draw that leg nice and long away. So you're lifting off of your ball. And from here, we're flexing the foot, bringing the leg forward. Bring it back and really accent on the back portion. Bring it forward and really squeeze it back. 6, 5, nice shoulder work, right? But I really want you to feel like you're staying lifted so that your shoulder is not bearing all the weight. Now keep that leg behind you and just little pulses up, up. Ribs are soft, abs are on. And hold, bring those legs together. All right, now we're gonna be lifting up, doing a clamshell with a little side plank. So from here, we're lifting to our clamshell and lifting that bottom hip off the mat. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward and lower down, pull the hips back and squeeze forward and back. 6, 5, shift some of the weight into the bottom leg. Feel the bottom glute. 3, nice, you've got it. 2, and 1. Hold here, lift the top leg up, lift the arm up, little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you've got it. 5, other direction. 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. Bring the legs into our mermaid position and let's stretch over towards the feet. That's gonna feel really good after all that. Add a little rotation. And come up. All right, let's do the other side. Bring your ball with you. And let's place it underneath the ribs. Elbow underneath the shoulder. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders, and reach the top leg out nice and long. So right now, see how I'm kind of sinking down? So we are gonna do the opposite. Reach the leg like someone's pulling it. Find that lift, flex the foot, bring it forward and back. 7, squeeze it at the back, 6, zip up. Check in with your head too. Sometimes it ends up here, right? So bring it back in alignment. 2, 1, hold it at the back, pulse it up, 8, 7, 6, 5, don't let those ribs pop too much, 2, 1, legs together, ready for our clamshell modified side plank combo. Here we go, lift, squeeze those glutes, push the hips forward and lower, up, and up, keep breathing. 4 more. 3, 2, we're almost there. 1, let's hold. Reach the leg out long. Shift the weight into that bottom leg just a little bit. Circles 5, 4, 3, you've got it. 2, 1, and reverse. 3, 2, 1, reach. Really fight for that extra moment in that position. Come on down and mermaid the legs. Lift the arm up. Let's come on over. Breathe in, breathe out, take that little twist. Great job. And bring the arm up. And let's just bring those legs out wide. Final exercise here. We'll do the saw. Bring the legs about mat distance, sitting up on a pillow if that helps you feel better in your hips and your lower back. Bring the arms out nice and wide and turn the palms forward. Great stretch for the hamstrings. Rotate and reach the pinky finger towards the opposite pinky toe. Stack back up, come to center, twist. Notice how I'm turning the back thumb down, then I'm diving forward. Press back through that tricep, reach into that back arm and come to center. Twist and reach. Hands reach in opposition, belly pulls back. Twist and reach. Sneaky little ab exercise here too. 1 more each way, twist. Dive forward. Inhale, stack up. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, last one, twist. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, stack up. Exhale, center. Lower the arms. You might have felt those obliques. I know I did on that one. And bring it to center. And just find a comfortable position, kneeling or seated. Let's bring the arms up. Big stretch. Hands down. Right to heart center. 2 more. That last little series got my heart rate up. Hopefully it got yours up too. Last one, bring it up. And bring those hands right in front of the heart. Awesome job, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this workout. If you did, please do me a favor, check that you're subscribed to the channel. In order to keep making these free videos for you, we need the channel to grow and I need your support to do that. So please check, take just a quick second, see if you're subscribed. It's totally free for you to subscribe and it really helps the channel out. And again, please like this video, share it with a friend or family member. Let's support the channel and really help this community get strong and healthy together. And I will see you next time.